kidding.
All right, first up, let's talk about plant sale. Make sure that if you have not signed up for plant sale yet, that you do so soon. I have permission forms. Cha-ching. There are 2 parts to this permission form. One part I need, one part the nurse needs. So it is very important that you fill out both parts. I have already put your name on each one with the day at the top that you will be attending. I need the front filled out. Parent signature and emergency contact, because it will be during the school day. And then you need to sign it, and you need to get all of your teachers to sign whose classes you will be missing. If you have me for class, which obviously you do, I have already signed it for you. I've also filled in the proper flex for you, so you know what flex you'll be missing as well. All right, so today, as usual, we need to go out and do plant care. Let's make today the fertilizer day, because I don't want our fertilizer days to be too close together. So we'll fertilize today, and then we'll fertilize next Monday, and then after that we're going to stop using fertilizer altogether. Hopefully you should see that some of your wilted plants have come back. If they have not, this might be the time that we need to give them their little bugle salute, put them out for greater things. After we're done in the greenhouse, we're going to sort of switch gears a little bit. We've been asked by the OTDA group, or ODTA.
Don't know.
I think it's the Organ Donor Transplant Association. They want to plant a memorial tree out in the senior lounge, and so they've come to ask us to do that for them. So we are going to see this as a prime opportunity to learn some hands-on skills. We're going to talk about the use of trees in the landscape, and we're going to talk about how to properly plant one. It's in the greenhouse right now, if you'd like to say hi to it. It is a lovely flowering dogwood. It's not flowering yet, but it will eventually. Hopefully with our help and influence, it will flower for many years to come. So we're going to be talking about that for the rest of the block then. The other thing we have to talk about are the 3 activities that you started before break. So we'll talk about those, make sure that you get those finished and turned in for a grade, all right? Any questions? So now we will be coming into the greenhouse. Today is a fertilizer day, so we're going to retest their skills on how do you properly mix fertilizer. What color blue are we looking for our fertilizer? Darkish.
Dark bluish.
Toilet bowl blue, so about that much. You always put the fertilizer in first. Why is that?
So it can mix up in the water.
So it can get mixed in the water. Very good.
Right.
All right. And then why do we always close the bag up?
Because it could.
It will go hard.
It
It will get hard.
Because it's
I don't know.
because
It's sand-like.
it's sand-like and it reacts with what?
Air.
It reacts with the oxygen. Very good. All right. Let's mix up that water.
It was kind of crappy.
Come on
It's
in.
kind of crabby.
Yeah.
Look at it, it extends. It's one of those ones.
Come on, you can do it. There we go.
Tomorrow. So we have 2 greenhouse sections so that we could actually control the climate between the 2. However, right now we're in a single zone climate because we're raising, you know, the same type of crop, same hardiness zone crop. So we have lots of different stuff. Chelsea, what are you raising? Ageratum, good. And right here at this table is geranium being raised by Amber and Sarah. And Miranda, you've got ageratum and what else? Phlox.
I just planted some phlox.
Did you?
I did.
How are they turning out for you?
Very floxy.
This is our first year trying phlox out. Miranda's doing a fantastic job. And then beyond there we have some hanging baskets. The next greenhouse we have New Guinean Patiens, which are our biggest seller. They should probably have some real pretty blooms on them right now that you can see. And we've got 3 rows of hanging baskets. We have almost 3,000 plants in here right now
Oh my goodness.
that we'll be selling. Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Do they get graded on how many of their plants die?
No. We do expect about a 1% loss. So every Friday they have to do what's called a tray count. So this is a tray, and we have 11 plants per tray. And each week they're keeping a journal on what they do, and they get a grade for their work in the greenhouse, if they're dressed properly, they use proper conduct and language. And then they get graded also on their diary with their crop counts, so that we see if they lose more than 1%, we try and reflect on maybe why that happened. But they don't fail if they lose their plants. And these guys have been doing a great job. They've
great.
got beautiful crop this year.
That's great. Well, they certainly are busy little bees here.
They are. They're hard workers. This is a good group. The thing I love about horticulture is these kids, even though they don't think it's going to happen, they become absolutely attached to their plants. They become so invested in them, and I tell them that that's going to happen, and they don't believe me. But at this point, now that they've seen them grow, these are their babies, and when they lose one, they really feel an emotional loss, and they get all depressed. But it's really great to see them care so much about something.
That's lovely. Well, we want to thank you, Nicole. We've had a wonderful time here with your students, and thank you for letting us come to see what you do at work.
Thank you for coming. I appreciate you spending the day with us.
All right. And here we go.
Be all insane.
Back to the studio we go. Bye.
Bye.